Hi folks, here's a little taster for you. Perhaps we could call it an Amuse Bouche, just to get your taste buds going before you see some new knives that I'm going to be showing in the next few days or so. So you'll know that I like my Sheffield knives, and these are some of them. I have there are these three Arthur Wright knives, and this one here is one of my Taylor's Eyewitness Barlows, which I have another one that is in Ramshorn that's away, and hopefully will be back sometime this week. It's away with Paddy, just done a little tour. Now you'll also know, if you've been watching my channel lately, that I picked up a couple of Michael May knives, one of which is this really wonderful chunky Barlow, and the other is this ergonomic pocket knife in black walnut, which is a really nice knife. The brass and the walnut are just fantastic. Slightly stouter blade, similar kind of blade to the this Arthur Wright farmer's knife. But then there are a couple more knives just to add into the fray, which we will be seeing shortly. You've not seen at all yet. You have never made an appearance on video before this moment. One is this one, which is a Taylor's Eyewitness pocket knife in Amboyne wood. Amboyne, is that? I don't know if that's how you pronounce it. Maybe it is, maybe it isn't. And the other is another Barlow. This is another of these worked back Taylor's Eyewitness Barlow with the lovely file work on the back. This one is made in buffalo horn as opposed to ram's horn, which is a lovely figured bit of material, but two quite nicely matched pieces as well. Again, with clip point blade and all that lovely file working. So I'm going to be doing some more on these knives very, very soon. You'll see them all. What I want to do before I do reviews on them is to carry them for a bit, just see how they work out in the hand. I'm not sure that comes over as well in video as it does in real life. That buffalo horn is really nicely figured, and it again, it's quite luminescent when you hold it up in the light. But the next one, I've done a little video on this Barlow. We'll be doing another one on it because it really is a nice solid working knife. This new one is without a doubt a worker, a user, but it's a very beautiful user. And then this is a proper little working knife, but in some of the most beautifully figured wood. You get some idea of that, I think, through the camera. In fact, in some ways this knife may even look better on video than it does in real life. I mean, it looks great in real life, but look at that figuring in that wood. One of the things I quite like about these is when you buy them, you see the actual knife in the advert, and you actually pick not just the style of knife, but actually you pick this particular one, or this particular one. It's not one of a similar type. So they had two of these buffalo horn knives. One had a sort of creamy texture like the ram's foot that I have, and then this one had a more brown and cream. So I went for the brown and cream just for a bit of difference, but I could easily have bought both, and there's still a temptation that I yet might. Again, this was available in this wood, or you can get it in this ironwood, and I think there's quite a strong risk that I might actually end up with the ironwood as well. in terms of the file work and so forth, this one doesn't have any of that lovely file work. This is just plain back spring, but it's lovely nonetheless. Anyway, so that's just to say a wee taster of some of the things that are coming up on the channel. I'll do some proper reviews, let you see them, show you the differences, because though these 1, 2, 3 and the Rams one are all made by Lee White, same person, there's some marked differences between even the 3 Barlows, which are of the same pattern. Something else you might notice, the little opener is gone, and the reason for that is, though this is still the stiffest action of any knife I think I've ever had, you'll see here, I can now open it with my hands. Now, I think that's to do with a combination of, I've just given that a wipe, the an improvement in my hands and perhaps slight easing in the action. This this new one, though it's ostensibly the same, the action is considerably easier. It's still a good 6 or 7 pull, but it's it's not the 9 pull that 9 plus pull that mother of pearl one is, and I think the ram's foot one actually would kind of fit in the middle here. This one here doesn't have a half stop, and it's much easier opener than the mother of pearl or the ram's foot ever were, and it's probably slightly easier even than that. Anyway, I'll be doing some proper comparison videos on those shortly. At the end of the week I'm going to be doing another a full review on the ergonomic work knife, which again has the lovely file work on the back and has a really quite nice action on it. Easy to open, but not so easy as to be a problem. Just works nicely. And we will be doing, I will do another follow-up on this Barlow. Do you know the thing about this Barlow is it's chunky. It really is. You know, compared to those, I mean, these are not small knives. These are, for Barlows, these are really quite big. But the handle on this Barlow is, you know, it really is quite. Let's just see if I can get this to show you. Does that show up well? I don't know. Yeah, well, you see how much wider it is. The backs are, yeah, the back's level. It's difficult with one hand, I have to tell you. Yeah. I have to put them down and do it. But if I put them, if I lay that on its back, will it stay? And this on its back, put them together. Can you see how much bigger that Barlow is? It really is a chunky thing, and all the better for it. It makes a great weight now, because there's still, you know, even these bigger Michael May knives, they're still sub 3-inch blades, but they're chunky. So the Arthur Wright farmer's knife, now this they describe as their heavier knife. If I lay them, if I get them lined up with the camera, you'll see just how much bigger this is than the, be a little unfair compared to the farmer's knife. Still quite a good quarter of an inch longer in the blade and stouter too, and longer than the Barlow too. Anyway, these are very nice. So if you're interested in them, they will be coming along shortly. Thank you very much for watching. Bye.